Hi guys. Okay. In the series of videos that I am making about refrigeration and the safe handling of refrigerants, today we are going to do the pressure testing of a refrigeration cycle. This system is a refrigeration unit that works on R22, Freon 22, and today we will be going over the process of doing a pressure test and a leak test on the system. Obviously, before you put refrigerant into a system, you need to make sure that it is leak-free and it's a dry, clean system before we can put refrigerant into the system. Okay, so today what we will do is, I've got the gauges connected onto the service valves, and I'm going to now charge the system with nitrogen and check for leaks. Okay, and I have nitrogen stuffed into a trolley. That's my nitrogen with a nitrogen regulator stuffed into the trolley. You just need to tighten that. Sorry. Use a spanner, number 27, to tighten the nitrogen regulator onto the cylinder. Put my unit back in place, back into view. Okay, I connect the hose onto the regulator. Carefully open the valve on the cylinder. You don't have to open it full, just crack it, and once the pressure is there, you know you've got enough pressure. And as you see here, the regulator, you get nitrogen coming out. Okay, connect the hose onto it. I'm just going to take it up to 50 kPa for starters. Open the gauges into the system, and I will pick this up now to 50 kPa. kPa of nitrogen will be in the system, and what we do is soap and a brush. And you go in sequence. You start from the discharge, spray soap onto every joint, every weld. Start with the discharge pipe, come onto the oil separator, check all the valves and the flare nut on the oil separator with the soap. From the oil separator, you also go into your condenser. Check the oil on the condenser. Check all the valves on the condenser side there. When you exit the condenser, you come into the liquid receiver. Don't forget to check the relief valve. Sometimes you get leaks on the relief valves. Fitting out to the liquid receiver. And then you go up the liquid line, flare up on the dryer, flare up on the dryer, flare up on the side glass, flare nuts on your solenoid valve, flare up on the expansion valve, all the joints in the expansion valve. Raise joint before you go into your evaporator. Check all the joints on your evaporator. As it leaves the evaporator in the suction line, you come down onto your suction line accumulator. as well there, inlet and outlet, and your compressor suction valve. Check all the flares, check your gauges, check the spindle. There's a packing gland on the inside of the spindle. Check that that's not leaking on your service valve. Okay, so we bring it up to 50 kPa so that in the event of us finding a big leak, we don't lose all the nitrogen if we've taken it up to the full pressure testing pressure. So we take it up to 50 kPa, and if there's no signs of any leaks and it seems to be holding at 50, then we can push the pressure up gradually. So we will now take it up to maybe 200 kPa and do the process again. Don't forget to also check your pressure switch connections. That could leak. Oh, look there. Looks like there was a leak there. Don't forget the pressure switch connections. That's also potential for a leak. Okay, so you follow the process, you take it up to 200 kPa. Go with your checks again. Still no signs of leak. Take it up to maybe 600 kPa. Keep on checking your leaks for leaks. See where the gauge is going up. The pressures. You have to click on the pressure switch. Okay, and they say for R22, the testing pressure should be 1700 to 2000 kPa. So after you've done a few increases and checked your pressures, checked for leaks, then you will push it up, and if you confirm that there is no leak on the system, you will push the pressure up to 1700 or 2000 kPa and do the check one more time, leak test again one more time, and close the gauges, let the system sit preferably overnight. If you don't have time, then at least 2 or 3 hours. Watch that the gauges are holding the pressure and it doesn't drop. It's good to spend a little time on your leak test to ensure that there is no leak on the system. We do not want a system that has even the smallest leak, because we don't want to lose gas to the atmosphere. It's also costly to lose gas for your customer and you. Okay, so preferably I prefer to leave it overnight, obviously with the gauges closed, and there's making sure there's no leaks on your gauges as well. Don't forget, check your gauge hoses and make sure your manifold is also not leaking before you leave it. And then mark it, record your pressure, also record the ambient temperature. Because when you come back in the morning and there's a big difference in the ambient temperature, it could affect the reading on your gauge. If it's a slight deflection, it could be just because it's much colder the next day, but it will have to be quite a big temperature difference for there to be a difference in the gauge. Okay, so that's basically the leak test and the pressure test. Thank you.